I guess, yeah, that is the proper terminology for intact.
So,
Fair enough.
Alpha, what would you even want with money?
Like I said,
Come
I
on.
am not
I guess, I mean, we could just give you, like, someone could split some cash off their paycheck. But unfortunately, because you are under our direct ownership, you don't get paid. Because you were literally built by us. Somewhat.
perhaps. Instead, I will put in a requisition if I do end up taking a hobby.
Yeah, I can get that approved for you. But the rest of you, no one else has gotten paid? What's your current balance?
Not from the last one.
If you've not. That one was, so here's the thing about that last mission. That was not on the record. That was not like an actual contract. That was more like you doing your own thing. You get paid for field combat, not talking with people.
I think, yeah, if the last one doesn't count, then I think I'm all up to date on my expenses then. Because I don't think I've gotten into any field combat since Telos, at least.
Nick, what about you?
I don't remember if I've got paid. My balance is like 3,700.
I can give you a dividend real quick.
Saber, where do you want us to meet you for going over the data?
A dividend? I hate math.
Have I showed you this room yet?
That is
the new
very
one?
vague. What room? I don't think so. Tell me what room you've taken over, and I'll probably be able to run it through the system.
No, you should have been paid now.
It's in between the main area and side hangar. That little room.
Is it? Did you take over that old?
It's not much, but I can give you
Yes.
a small payment if you really need money on short notice.
Okay, follow me, everybody.
I believe there should be an Ivelstron terminal in there if you need to purchase, or at least a terminal linked up to it.
Oh. Is this the droid room?
Yes.
So much droid. Oh, I was joking. All right.
I only have 2 chairs.
I mean, a couple of us are
lounge has a
droids,
meeting
so we
call
can
now.
stand.
Standing here makes me feel like an evil genius.
I'm pretty sure that's Saber's spot, so he'll fight you for that.
Alpha, would you like to participate?
I will be arriving shortly, yes.
You may have to maneuver around things.
Yeah, it's, I think the corridor is big enough for you to walk through. It might not be, but...
He'll have to crouch through the door, but other than that, he should be fine.
Yeah, the entrance to the room specifically, you'll have to crawl through.
I can manage that.
Actually, no, it looks like it... no, it just barely
I have been in this
doesn't
room.
fit.
Fine.
Alright? So, if you do find something important to the... other than the subrogator droid, say Intel, but that Crimson Company, because, you were talking about how, like, there was a spy network or whatever, or that guy was. Did you take that data?
I think we took everything, didn't we?
Yeah, I think the
I took what was
data
relevant.
terminal was spying on everything.
Should have taken everything. We could have had access to a lot of those things.
Well, first things first, I believe we floated around the idea of me impersonating Goris Manath. I have a clearer picture of his personality now, and more voice samples.
Alright. That could be very useful. Anything else?
I've located the shop on Tatooine where K7 was found.
I mean, unless we want to find a random junk seller, I don't know if we'll really need that.
That is, if we ever have need of possibly more original subjugator droids, we could see if we can track down where the junk seller found them.
Now, hold on, let's not put off the junk seller.
Later thing. That's what we'll at least say later.
Thank you.
Ah, there was 11 codes, including 0.
Okay.
Shall you tell us what they are?
Right.
Well,
Well,
what do we have?
do we want to start with 0 or end with it?
Start.
It's the bottom of the list. Might as well start.
It's kill everyone except Gorus Manath,
Alright.
including friendly targets.
Interesting. So, according to the data, I guess that's maybe why that one subjugator we gave that code to went ballistic.
Yes, and we can turn them against the Empire if needed. They'll still be a threat, but
Yes.
the Empire may wipe them out for us.
We could use this if we ever slice it to Imperial comms, so we could turn entire bases on themselves.
Yes. Though they are voice-locked to Gorus himself. So either myself or a recording of Gorus saying this we'll have to do.
I think we could probably make some recordings, but the thing is, if we have a way to basically turn them against them, we should only use this once or twice, because they'll learn really fast.
Yes. They're easy enough to deal with.
Except when you were at that prison.
Yes.
That is because
yeah.
K7 himself was in. That is our primary target if we want to get rid of these.
If I'm correct, he did announce something called, like, didn't he say something about purification or something, according to the report?
Well,
That's
he
going
was
to
a
make them more
purifier
aggressive.
droid.
I'm not sure.
I believe his base function
Next
is to
code.
exterminate all organic. Next code, the other one we've used before, code 1, is a complete lockdown. This could be
Makes sense,
useful as
according
well.
to according to the interrogation logs and our own investigations, it does seem to make the droid no longer really interested in talking, we'll say.
Code 2 is a system purge.
Interesting.
That's an off switch then. We literally have an off switch for the entire army.
Yes, we have multiple ways of dealing with them.
Yes, but if we use one, it's very likely they'll prepare for the other's use. So, use it sparingly, I'd say.
I
If
have an
only
idea.
once.
Do we know if subjugators go off Imperial comms or their own network? Because if they go off their own network, no one except the droids would likely hear it, and they would not understand why this is happening. So we could use the codes there.
Yes.
Oh.
We may have to
Yes,
capture a
but
live one to
as well-
see.
Don't we have ones that we could reactivate?
I believe the second that they are in danger, they activate code 2.
Something we will need to keep an eye out for was, according to the report, constant probing and prodding of the droid unit appears to have somehow notified the command unit of what was happening, which thus the whole nonsense of that ensued.
So, the way I see it is that we need to somehow get our hands on a unit without it noticing that it's in danger.
Yes. Possibly, Imperial disguises could work.
That could work.
Beyond that, you'll need to get behind it and access its brain port, whatever it is.
I would
They have one of
suggest
those.
Droid brain or whatever.
I would suggest disguising as Imperial technicians. Their uniforms do cover the face.
Moving on. Unless you have something else to add?
I do. So, the way I see it right now is that we'd have to get behind it, and we need to implant it with a override that would, like, delete code 2 or whatever. Whatever code blows itself up if it has any more of those. And then from there, we can experiment.
Yes.
That still leaves the problem of our other droid friend
He's definitely
sneaking
like
in.
a Jeff.
Well, those three were the ones that'll be most useful to us. But I'll list off the other ones. 3 was, simply put, protection detail.
Okay, simply ordering it to guard
Yes,
something.
just bodyguard mode. Guards people.
That could be more useful than you think.
Also,
Well, yeah, wait. Who does
Actually,
it protect?
yes. Well, the only logs I have here are Goris himself and their leader Paz, but theoretically, we could use this if we're attempting to locate the commander of a base and we have access to this. They could lead us right to said person.
Exactly.
smart thinking. I don't think I ever would have thought of that.
But the other thing we could also do is that we have access to Paz, and if it's still hard-coded that they protect Paz, we suddenly have someone who is invulnerable to subjugators.
That is true. Don't know if
He
there
did
are specific
say
people
he wants us
included.
to give him work.
That's
Yeah,
also
it
true.
It could have been changed. We don't know what the new subjugators programming is like, but yes.
Well,
And the other one, if they still protect Goris, because they've reacted, we could get the old, Noir treatment. Where he was it Noir, or the newer one, or Sparrow, whichever of the two? The one that liked disguising?
Yeah, I think that was Sparrow. He was the one who spouted about disguise plates often.
You could basically mimic yourself to be, looking like Goris, and then use the voice and the personality you're making, and then suddenly you're Goris, and then I don't think any of them would attack you either. And then you could do code 3, any Imperial tries to shoot you, they turn on the Imperials.
Okay,
Alright.
so yeah.
I'll
keep
get my
going down
hands
the
on some
list. These
disguise
actually could
plates then.
Yeah, these could be unexpectedly useful to us then.
Oh, this could be good. If we if we turn them on our side. With this, code 4 essentially is guarding prisoners, and if they're out of line, they are harmed.
Alright. Yeah, I suppose in conjunction with other codes, that could definitely be useful.
Yes.
That could restrict their movements a lot more.
No, I
This
If
one,
they're trying to
this
restrict
one
them to their
actually,
barracks.
the more I look at these, the more useful they seem. Code 5 is, apparently, it tells the droid to find the nearest gambling machine and gamble until they go broke or win big.
I'm
But
sorry,
would subjugators have a
what?
bank
What?
account? That's the issue. But imagine this. Hold on. I'm thinking enterprising. We drop pod gambling casino machines into Imperial bases, and then we activate this code, and we disable their entire army, and we
Yes.
make money.
We can
I
defeat
love it.
the Empire by driving them
Perfect.
into debt.
Yes.
As for Code 6, it is a repair mode.
Yeah, basic. Probably used for maintenance of ships or base functions, probably.
We can use that to try and kidnap one if we use that code on it. Then I'll just think we're maintenance workers on it.
Not really. I mean, repair mode, I think would mean it's trying to repair things, wouldn't it?
I don't have too much information on this
Sensitive.
one. We'll have to test it in the field. But it could mean return
Yeah,
to
I
the
doubt it
nearest
would use
repair
much.
bay. Though there is references to obtaining tools in this.
Okay. Maybe
So
it
they
is
go
a
into repair
fix
droids.
mode. Alright.
Code 7 seems to be a protocol droid disguise, where it acts like a protocol droid.
I doubt that'd be useful.
Sounds like a typical protocol for Sith-era assassin droid.
Code 8
Saber.
could be very useful to scatter enemy forces. It is, simply put, the droid acts like it's going to self-destruct and then stops at the last second.
Why didn't they just
What?
have an actual self-destruct?
It's honestly kind of funnier. What is this Goris guy about, and why did he do that?
I'm pretty
I
sure
had to
he
guess.
can just ask them to self-destruct and they'll do it. He didn't need a code for that, judging from his
Probably.
notes.
I can see there being strategic value in being able to bluff like this, however. I've seen it used on the field myself.
Nick, you have anything to add to this conversation?
Not really. I have
Alright, what did we just
very
talk
little
about?
about all of the data we've gained and how we're going to use it to exploit the subjugator droids, how we're going to track down K7, all that shit. I'm not like...
What
Very-
was the code then? What was the code we were just talking about?
Well, that's easy. That's...
He's not paying attention at all! Get out of your fucking data pad!
Nick, I called you here to
Right,
pay
Cat.
attention so you would know these things.
I heard
recommend
most
that
of
you-
it.
I recommend that you hold
Alright,
up a
what's code
view
4?
screen with Subway Surfers.
What's code 7? I mean code 4.
What is code 4, Nick?
The fourth code.
Dude,
He's
unreal.
not wrong.
Pay attention.
Which ones have you heard us
does
talk
code
Pay
four
about?
do?
attention now. Why would I know that?
Nick,
For the love of God.
you said you were going to improve on yourself, and this is how you're improving? You're embarrassing yourself in front of your coworkers.
I don't know anything about the technical side of droids and such. I
These
thought
codes-
It's
Sega
not
was
technical
gonna
side. We're listing off what they
It's
do
tactics.
so that we can use them.
We're explaining them.
Well, how can I know Saber could use them because you can like imitate his voice to sound like, you know, the guy. But I can't do
but we want
that.
your input so you can give us ideas.
It's very true. Without input,
And
Mason
I
here
do
wouldn't have,
plan on
given us some good
eventually
ideas.
making recordings of Goros's voice saying this and give out to other people. What if I'm not there?
It's a very good point.
You know, that is a good point.
Alright, let's go from the top then. We'll go through every code and then we'll have Nick say a suggestion of how we can use them to make sure he listens.
Alright.
We're skipping 0, 1, and 2 because those are self-explanatory.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, what do they do then?
One of them is the killing everyone in the room one.
Which
Okay,
one?
let's go to code 2. Code 3, I mean.
Okay. As I said, Code 3 was used to assign K7 to protect either Goros or Paz like a bodyguard.
How could we exploit this?
Well,
We already have ideas,
Well-
Nick. We're asking you for some.
Well, I mean, unless any of us can be disguised as Paz or Goros, I'm not sure how this helps. How Code 3 helps us.
Well, correct, we could do that. We have, so here's the thing, we talked about this. We have Paz. We literally have him. So we could just have him up here, alongside us.
and we don't know for sure if it can only be used on those two people. If it can be used on anyone, it can lead us to a hidden location
Exactly.
of the
If it-
commander.
Yes. Which is why we'll need to get a hold of a functioning subjugator to be able to see if these codes are different or whatever in them.
And 5 was the gambling mode, which
Hmm?
we talked about. Do you remember what we talked about gambling?
No, I don't remember specifically with the gambling.
VHC suggested we send drop pods full of gambling machines and then put that code in. That'll distract them.
Well,
And
does
make
that
us
like
money.
does that take priority over all their other functions, or would they start attacking us once they see us?
From the notes that are written here, it seems like it depends on priority. Each one has a priority set. If the priority is higher than whatever current order it has, it does it instead. Though it might override entirely. These notes are pretty messy. Though I definitely know 0, 1, and 2 should at least override everything. But it does say here that K7 hated Code 5. So if he hasn't removed that from his system, we could use that to make him angry if we ever need to do that.
Odd, but interesting. It's at least a note that K7 was at least forming his own persona through his tenure. Personality? I don't know the proper word for that would be, but yes.
Yes, I've noticed some
Always helps
personality
making
quirks
your
as
enemy
well.
angry. Was there any more codes after, what was it, 7?
Last one we did was 8.
We talked about 8, but
There's 2 more.
he said there was like 11 in total, counting 0.
Yeah, there's 2 more.
Alright.
9 is just, apparently, he gives allies and enemies 1 to 5 stars.
Hold on, I'm sorry. So, when this is activated, he'll just run up to you and go, your shoes look stupid, 1 star, die.
We'll have to test it out in practice. I don't know if they run up to you or just do it internally. Or if it's purely vocal and not physical.
Hope but wonder
Something we'll have to
if
test.
K7 is using this protocol to enact performance reviews in the Empire.
That could be used.
Actually, that could be, yeah.
I wonder if using this we could recall past reviews.
Maybe.
Learn who's the biggest threat on a base. If we need to infiltrate, we activate, or we disguise as Imperials, grab one. We could use this if we need to, if we get our hands on one in an infiltration. Though we'll have to test if this function actually exists first.
What is our
I was
safest
busy
bet
from
to
the
test it?
conversation. What have we talked about?
We just
we
reviewed most of them and talked about Code 9, which he just reviews allies and enemies from 1 to 5 stars.
Okay. Did Nick have any good ideas?
Yeah, plenty.
Like what?
Don't.
Trust Saber's plan. Well, no, I came up with this original idea where we drop a bunch of gambling machines and then activate the gambling
yes.
code to distract the
Oh my
subjugator
God. This
droids.
is not comedy club. This is warfare.
Alright. So, I think we've really gotten a bulk of the stuff we could think about with those codes, so I suppose we'll continue.
Alright, last one, and Goris seemed to use this a lot. It's, highlighted quite a few times. It's, boogie down mode.
Hold on.
I love this guy already.
Boogie down protocol in the droid.
Yes, and at least from what these notes
Wait.
indicate, I believe he starts breakdancing.
Wait, I have a question, Saber.
This is
God.
amazing.
Did Garrus add this code, or was this an original code in K7 for thousands of years?
No, Goris wrote these. I have his notes.
Oh.
So, exploiting these. Saber, you're going to need to two things. We'll need to get our hands on a unit, and secondly, you're going to need to work on the imitation.
Yes.
Well, that is his speciality.
You better sign up for some acting classes, buddy.
Of course.
I don't need
Any
classes.
other notable notes inside there, or are we stopping at these codes or whatever?
I think that's all we need. Everything beyond this is fluff, in my opinion.
Everything beyond this is only
we
useful
gonna
to
get-
me because I'm developing the Goris impersonation.
How
What's
are we
code
going to
11?
get around the fact that Saber doesn't sound anything like Goris?
I'm in HK. I can
You're
impersonate
hilarious for acting up.
voices.
Alright, do your
It's really
Goris
one of his
impression.
base functions. Alright. Let's hear it.
It's your
Ugh,
correction.
I'm Goris Manath.
Alright, I trust you.
Back
Okay.
with running it back with the recordings. That actually sounds very close and convincing. So that's actually really good.
Alright, well, you guys could chit chat for a few more minutes. I gotta sort something out, and then I have some things to show you.
Alright.
Alright. It's hard to take this Chorus guy seriously if half these codes are just for screwing around with his own team.
Boogie down
They're
mode.
all equally terrible.
Yeah.
Can't believe I wasn't the first one to come up with the boogie down protocol.
It's okay, Win.
Looks like the B1's got a real, blanking on the word. I'll use the word rival for now.
He has a new
Competition.
nemesis.
I know.
Competition.
Even though,
Thank you.
yeah, he has a nemesis now. But, yeah, a lot of these seem, if they override all previous orders, then we have a lot of options to immobilize them.
Yes. I'd say we go with the safest options first, because we want to get these droids in best working condition.
Well, first we need to do some field
Yeah.
testing and see if these codes still exist in the existing models.
True. True.
We confirmed 0 and 1 do. So, at the very least, we have those, and they're very useful.
So are we assuming that the codes override any other codes that were taken to them?
For
Like
now.
if you do code 4, it overrides code 1?
At least the more important ones.
Well, it depends, because if he's initiated a lockdown, I think he might just ignore all the commands.
Well, it could ignore all commands except for Gorez's. I don't actually know how that works. That'll have to be something to test as well.
Yes, which is why we need those subjugators. We need to work on this immediately. But one thing to take away from this, we do know that if these are still working, the subjugators have a huge flaw that we can take advantage of if it works.
So I guess the only plan is which base are we gonna go to grab one?
Can I address
suppose
the
so.
elephant in the room?
Hmm.
That subjugators kind of suck and are like the least threatening thing the Empire has.
Well, their strength
but
is
they
in
have the most
numbers,
of
like
them.
the B1 battle droid.
But,
Yes.
but in
Appears-
great numbers.
Exactly. It appears they're built weak purposefully, so that they're swarm units.
They're cheap to make, so they can make 1 billion of them.
Exactly. I mean, have you seen how much they're able to produce at a single time? I've seen those little droid builder machines spit out like 10 at a time.
Well, I get that. My point is just we mow them down so fast, I'm not even sure how much time these codes are going to save
Well,
us.
we mow them down, but
Yes, but that's
the average
us.
trooper doesn't.
Yes.
So are we just gonna deploy like a Gorus soundboard with all Vanguard troopers from now on?
No, we can't, unfortunately can't use that too often, because we don't want them to patch it out.
Yes. Yeah, remember, I don't know if you were, I don't think you were there during the report, but the report claimed that Dram messing with one of the functioning subjugator units caused K7 to attack them.
Do we even know if the Empire could patch it out? I mean, if they could modify the programming of the subjugators, why haven't they already
I don't
taken
know
these
how it
out?
works. The Decker Warham, he attempted to use the quick, easy soundboard thing that they threw together on K7, but it didn't seem to work.
Yes, it appears that it's possible K7 has interfered with his own programming, maybe. And
Yeah, it
theoretically, if
kinda
that could
just
happen, he
made him
could just send
annoyed.
out he could just send out a patch to all the droids to immediately wipe the codes from their databanks.
I just hope he hasn't already. Which is
Exactly.
why next step is to field test. Or attempt to capture a live specimen without it destroying itself. Any further questions or input?
Not
I
really
have
much.
no further questions at this time.
Just a lot of curiosity and interest on where this could all lead us, I suppose.
Alright, I think this official meeting is adjourned. If any of
I
you
do
want to
have one
stay
question.
here and further talk, feel free. Yes?
Once we're done testing it all the way through, like we know everything we can I keep it at my compound so it lifts boxes for me?
The subjugators or the K7 droid?
Subjugator, I don't think I deserve K7.
Well, we'd have to figure out a way
mean-
to... If K7 can directly interface with all of them, we'll have to find a way to remove that first.
Do not
Fair
see
enough.
any requisition a labor droid.
Exactly. Why would you want something as... I don't think they're built for carrying boxes. They're built for grabbing a gun and shooting.
It's not for efficiency, it's for a power move. Those things are fucking assholes.
Use a Dark Trooper instead.
Yeah, exactly. They look cooler instead of just the lanky frame and single eye.
Use an SD9 instead.
You know what? True. That'd be the ultimate power play, the actual danger on the field.
Yeah, I'll get rejected immediately though, you know it.
Oh, come on. I'm sure we could, I mean, if not, just take the scraps for yourself and fix one. We've scrapped a lot on the battlefield.
I know,
Then
but
again,
the
they do
engineers
kinda
won't let me have them.
explode when they get destroyed, so there might not be much left, actually.
Well, if you want a
Still,
labor
it's a bug.
droid, the ultimate power move is reprogramming an XR-85 to put a plow on it.
Yes. You have an XR-85. Alright, looks like you're gonna talk to Command then for that XR-85.
Wonderful. Command loves me.
Ah, yes.
Great, I look forward to progress on this saber. Eradicate these droids, the better.
Yes.
Safe to say, this whole nonsense has definitely piqued my interest. Sure has yours as well.
Yes.
I don't know, I just want to blow
So
more
what this
stuff
will
up. Is
lead
that so
to-
much to ask?
You'll get to blow stuff up soon. They'll send us back to the war shortly. As I was saying, but what this all will lead us to, who can say? Oh my gosh. Alright.
Is everyone here still?
Nope.
Nope.
Alpha wandered off, but the rest of us are still here.
I am still within the vicinity.
Oh.
Alright, so... First thing is first, anything interesting be discussed? Anything I should relay?
Not really. Just mostly just musings about what could come of this, I suppose. And not really
I
knowing
got a
if
lead
it
on a
could work.
facility for you guys if you want to see some droids. It's a resource base, so meaning this would be a combat job, so you would get paid for it.
Okay.
Well, we want to get hold of a subjugator ASAP to see if it works, so let's do it.
This facility is either enslaving or it's being run by subjugators. It's an old mining facility in a tundra. They're mining for crystals and what looks to be rich deposits of some high quality metals. We
Actually,
could
that
seize
worries
the
me.
resources.
Do they have a matter forge nearby?
They might. I don't know. There's just a small facility. Weather's horrible there. There's likely snow troopers inside. And the subjugators on the outside. From what I can tell, there's actually, I'm getting a lot of information because there's actually like a cry for help there. There's a big bounty being placed there. Someone who was working there has like leaked a lot of information. So that's why I think they were enslaved. So we can also claim that for you.
Yeah, bounty's bounty. Extra credit store counts.
Trying to think if there's anything else. I'm reading this, just harsh conditions. They do report that there may be issues with lightning storms. That's like the only threat I see other than the utter cold and blizzards. I do have a request from someone to accompany on this mission though.
Oh?
One of the Red Rock people says they want to join up with you guys and stop being like a reserve trooper.
Well, that's
You guys okay with that?
Nah, fuck them.
As long as they're qualified.
Don't be like that. We love our guys at Red Rock.
Yeah, bring them on in.
Okay. Saber, are you going to be going, or are you going to stay here and work on the synthesizer?
So what's the plan for the droids here? Will we be capturing one?
You could try.
I believe we at least cleared the facility and then maybe capture one. At least try to see if the codes work.
We can possibly try, because of this place being somewhat remote, we could try to, lock planetary comms.
Could
That'll
work.
be for the best.
We can only do it for about an hour or two, so that's your limitation. Beyond that,
Alright.
an Imperial force will come to see what's wrong. But because of the harsh weather, I bet we could get away with it for at least a little bit.
So we'll have to be quick about it then, alright.
I'll stay here, work on this, and I'll throw together some, as you put it, soundboard clips.
Alrighty. Might help you out here since, I think Dram's got some personal project he's working on, so I don't know if he'll want to help.
Yeah, Dram's obsessed over that IG droid. Whatever you wish. When you're ready, just head to the hangar. There should be a ship warmed up for you. You'll
Alright.
need that warming up.
Get prepped for harsh weather.
Yay, more cold.
I'll get what you need
Yeah,
together.
It's time for the chili.
You don't even get chili. You don't need to tell me chili.
I'm satisfied.
Risk of
Alpha, are you going, or is Nora going?
Say,
Are you going, or is Nora going?
the risk of civilians being caught in the crossfire is a factor. I'd probably not go on the front. Nora might be better suited.
You also may just literally sink through the ice lake because of your weight.
That is
That's
also
true.
an issue.
Let's get to work.